You learn a lot when you live. Hell, we live to learn. Over time, when you're growing up, you develop a little thing called memories. We all have memories, right? But what's some of the special memories that you remember? And when is the last time you actually sat back to say, hey, that was a good time in my life? Some of us are still living our best memories as we speak, and we won't realize that it's great until we're gone. I think we should all cherish memories a little bit more. Hell, you never know. Your memories could be a great story for someone to live theirs. Dear Love, episode 18. Hell, do you remember when you were 18? Boy, oh boy, it's like it's never enough. We couldn't wait to be 18 to be considered grown, and then once we turned grown, we couldn't wait to be 21 to drink. And then we were 21, we couldn't wait to be 25 so we can get in those older type clubs. And then when we were 25, we couldn't wait to be 30. And then when we got our first job, we couldn't wait to retire. It's like it's never enough with us. But at least we got memories. Man, do you remember when you were born? I could see it now, I swear. I was looking up. I remember my dad and my mom coming over, and my dad saying, hey, I'm your dad. And my mom saying, hey, I'm your mother. I just remembered seeing their faces and how bright they were smiling. And it's weird because I ask a lot of people, do they remember when they were born? And they say, hell no. I remember now, nigga. I be like, man, I think that's a beautiful time to remember. Being born. Now, of course, I don't remember pushing out and all of that, but I definitely remember looking up and my parents talking to me. As I got older, I always had a problem with my right ear. It wasn't a big problem, but it was just like, it was real sensitive. And come to find out, I had a very, very bad ear infection when I was a baby. I never remembered. I think they said I had to get, it wasn't surgery, or the doctors had to do something. My dad was telling me. I'm like, man, I don't remember that. They like, yeah, you almost died. I'm like, whoa, okay, hold on, hold this off. What? He like, yeah, I almost died. I think he said the car was too cold or something had happened, and just was an ongoing thing. I guess I didn't have a hat on. I don't remember. It's not like I can get up and say, hey, put a hat on me. But that part I couldn't remember. Then I remember the first time I walked. I was at my grandmother's house. My mom was eating something in a styrofoam box. You know, like if you go get a fish dinner or a wing dinner or something, come in the little boxes. That's what she was eating. And I remember her saying, come here. And I remember getting up and walking. And she like, oh, my, look, he walking. Then I remember my first time riding a bike without the training wheels, that is. And it was like my first time ever. Memories are like the greatest thing that we have. Me remembering when I was a baby makes it feel even more special when I had my son. It just was that feeling of joy. I recorded it and everything. Now, can you imagine if we knew what we knew now? If we had a way to say, hey, mom, record everything that we do as babies, or should I say as kids, and when we get older, I want to watch it. We always see it in movies how it's a video of them when they were a baby or a kid and saying their first words. I wish I would have recorded every moment of my life. Every single second. Flaws and all, so people could really understand the real me. So that's why I say, when is the last time you thought about memories? If you have any kids, do you have any recordings of when they were a baby or when they were growing up? Some parents take the little pencil and write on the wall as the kid gets older. And side note, that would have never worked for me due to what's the word I can find? Not being tall. Speaking of heights, I remember a doctor's visit that I had, because when I was a kid, I used to just eat. Could have made a song. Eat. That's all I would do. Snacks, drinks. I did it. So the doctor said I was at risk of having diabetes. So I had to go on a diet. You mean to tell me I can't eat what I want when I want? So this new diet that I had, it was weird. So we went to the store. We bought like turkey bacon. If I wanted bacon, I could eat like one 25-cent bag of chips. That, you know, they were 25 cents back then. I could eat one 25-cent bag like for lunch. I was used to eating like a lot of those. So I had to stay at my dad's mom, you know, my grandmother on my dad's side. And she was real strict about eating as far as the right times to eat. So it wasn't just no like get up whenever you want and eat and all of that type. She wasn't having it. So 6 a.m. was breakfast, literally. And I'm like, oh my God, 6 a.m. So 6 a.m. we would eat breakfast. It would be like some cereal or maybe some toast, something like that. Lunchtime was at 12 p.m. Now, I'm a kid, so I ate, you know, and I'm running around, I'm playing. I'm like, damn, it's lunchtime already? And she like, yeah, it's 12 o'clock. Like, she wasn't having that 3, 4 o'clock in her kitchen before dinner was done and stuff. Like, she wasn't into that. Lunchtime was at 12 o'clock. So at lunchtime, I would eat a sandwich, a bag of chips, and then I could have like a little 25-cent juice. Other than that, I was drinking water. Oh my God. It was so hard to get used to. But I did this for about 2 weeks. And dinner time was at 6 o'clock. And we were in bed by 8 or 9 when I was over there. I'm thinking this whole time, like, this is terrible. Like, I can't eat what I want. Then I'm eating like minimum. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm used to smashing. But man, I went to the doctors, I think like a week and a half or 2 weeks later. They said I lost like 4 pounds. I'm like, what? Oh, another thing. She didn't play that sitting in the house all day either. She made us go outside and play. So that on top of, you know, eating my 3 meals a day, you know, you get a little snack here and there. It actually worked. And I wasn't at risk for diabetes anymore. And I just couldn't understand for the life of me, though. Like, why are we only 12 o'clock? Like, a bag of chips, a little sandwich, this little drink. I'm 200 and... Listen, I need more than this. Like, to even move, to survive, I have to eat more. So I lost the weight. And that taught me a lot. We used to sit down. She would read the Bible to us. Learned a lot from staying over there as a kid. And again, memories. You know, I never cherished those moments as much as I should. She's still here, but it's just cherishing those moments when you're a kid. Parents always say, you don't want to be grown. Man, now that I think back on my childhood and all the things I did, it's like, even the bad, it still calls for good memories. Because all memories hold a lesson. Whether it's a good lesson or a bad lesson, it holds one that you could teach somebody next to you or teach a stranger. Any memories of helping a stranger out? I remember one time I was sitting in the car. I think it was me and my little sister. And a guy got in the passenger side. My mom went somewhere. He got in the passenger side. And he looked, he said, oh, this ain't my car. And then my mom came out. And now that I think about it, it's kind of a weird ass story because he said, this ain't my car. But then he asked for a ride to the bus stop. I don't get it because he got in, then he hopped right back out like, oh, this ain't my car. My mother like, get the hell away from my car. I just wanted a ride to the bus stop. Then she turned him down, of course. And Then we noticed he got in a Lexus. So I don't get what the hell was his point in asking, for a ride to the bus stop. Later on down the line, my mom told me a story. Come to find out, he stole the Lexus. And it made me think, was he planning to steal our car? And I asked when the last time you helped a stranger, because I always thought about that when it came to strangers, and I wasn't really too fond of, helping them, but I helped a couple in my day. One guy needed a jump, and I had a car, and I gave him a jump, and hell, he gave me $40. I remember another time I helped a stranger, push his car. It was a snowstorm. He needed help pushing his car. I helped him. I didn't want anything back. But it's weird helping people though, because hell, now you kind of skeptical. I used to let strangers use my phone, everything. You let a stranger use your phone now, it's his phone. He might run off with it. But it's still memories, man. I remember the pay phones. There used to be a pay phone on every corner. 25 cents to use the phone. I think it was the time it actually went up to 50 cents. And you got to like hurry up and hang up, because if they voicemail come on, it count as a call. And oh, man. Or you'll leave a message on their voicemail saying, call this number back, that popped in your phone. And they'll call it back. And now you can talk. I remember the first time I went skating, ice skating. Man, I bust my ass. I was good at first, I was grooving, I was rolling, and then my feet hurted like crazy afterwards. But I slipped and fell like 3 times and just like bust my ass completely. But memories is something that we all should cherish. I mean, I can go on and on about different memories of hell, fighting, drinking, kicking it, sex. Well, we don't want to mention that. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Love y'all. What a time. What a time. Think about your memories. Think about your kids. Think about all of the pictures that you have of them, all the videos. Somehow try to save them, so when they get older, you guys can sit back and watch them together. Maybe they'll look at you and say, Mom, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. Or Dad, I ain't gonna lie, that same night that I got mad and stormed off like that, I stole some money. A good movie to think about that kind of had me thinking of this is like The Truman Show. Everything was recorded. His life was just a TV show. Is that happening now? Dear love, T. Shaw, I'm out of here.